What is up, guys? We have reached the last installment of my interview with Garrett Daun, Radical Life Innovation Consultant and the founder of the Command Z Academy. In this installment, Garrett's going to take me through the last exercise, and it's a really powerful one. It's going to be one that you can use when you're feeling hopeless and lost and you just can't get out of a situation. It's called the laughing breath. We're going to talk about how to overcome challenges with using self-help tools in the times when they're most useful, but in the times when you feel the most resistance to use them, as well as a routine with these that are going to be less than 20 minutes a day. All right, let's get it.
So one more exercise is the laughing breath. So we'll just do 3 of each of these breaths, but normally you do 5. So the first breath is ha ha ha. That'll look like this. Ha 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 ha. Put my whole body into it, try to feel everything. All the way out for the breath. And the second breath is hee 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 hee. Same thing. And then the breath that we'll do 3 times is something like that, whatever that is for you. And you try to really tap into it. If you do start laughing just automatically, then that's fine. You go yield into that spontaneous laughter. But otherwise, you just do the exercise. And, I recall times when I was first doing all this stuff all the time, getting super angry on this road trip. And I was like, but I have the tools, you know, but at that moment, I'm like, fuck, like I don't want to do this stupid laughing breath right now. I want to be angry.
I guess it's just practice, but is there a way that you can kind of overcome that? Because I find like that's what I've noticed with other exercises similar to this, that I've learned that you get this tool and then the tool is so powerful, but then for some reason when you're in the moment or when you're working on the consistency of it, your body just doesn't want to do it. It's just like, well, no, why
you just do it anyway, because that's giving you your neocortex, or the uniquely human part of the brain. It's giving that more authority over the rest of the brain structure.
So it's just about programming yourself in the way of saying like the more that you do it, the more your body realizes that it needs to do it. It's kind of like you're guiding yourself.
The life of the body is, for many people, it's like almost as if it's on a treadmill, you know, it's on this loop from home to office or wherever to work, and like put through the exact same motions every day.
Yeah.
You make believe that there's no adventure in life at all, and that you're not facing this black hole at the end that you'll have to navigate. So it's like this sad polar bear I used to see at the zoo, Como Zoo in Minnesota. And I knew it was sad even when I was a kid, because I was like, fuck, it's not even cold outside. This thing lives in the, you know, the Arctic. And it was it had a nice big cage, but it was just wandering around on these, you know, features, like sculpted features, walking and then jumping into the water, swimming back around, climbing up onto the same spot, like that circle all day long.
Wow. Just going the same loop over and over and over again.
Yeah. And I imagine it has some pleasant interactions with the staff or whatever, you know, when in the off hours, I would hope. But still, it's a dramatically reduced life for a creature that has a vast roaming area in its normal life. Mm-hmm. So a person put on that track, like the polar bear, is living a vastly reduced sphere of life, you know, a vastly reduced experience of what the totality of their existence could show them. So you can change all that, and it's not that hard to just get back into the body. You might notice a pattern to the exercise we did now too. So it was and we'll conclude with the laughing breath, but we did the face, then we moved down and did the shoulders. And then from the shoulders and chest, we went down into the wrists and the arms and hands, kept opening up this area, all the while we're breathing using the belly. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, and so what we did was free up all the tension in each of these spots. So whatever it is that animates us, you know, life force, can flow smoothly through those areas without hitting the tensions.
Wow. So
by the time you're down here, it's like a pump in a way. You're squeezing the anus and you let go, and now all this force can move up and down.
Oh, wow.
The body more freely.
Yeah, I love that. That makes sense. So doing these exercises on a daily basis, you'd want to start with the face and then go to the shoulders and then do these ones. And then does the falling work into that process as well? Because that's the whole
low back, low back and the upper legs. Yeah.
Right. I'll try the laughing breath here. How many repetitions of it do you want to do? Or?
When you do it on your own, do it 5 full breaths of each type of breath, but we'll just do 3 of each for now.
Okay.
So You inhale fully and then try to put your whole face and body into it. Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha.
Then inhale another one. Ha 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 ha. And then a third one. So yeah, it crosses over at some point there.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's probably when you know it's working, right? When you actually burst into laughter.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love it.
There's a great scene on Breaking Bad where he goes under the house to get all their money, and he's already arranged for them to get new identities and escape. You know, and if they don't escape, they're going to be all killed. And he goes under the house, and he realized he's like, "Where's the fucking money? Where's the fucking money?" And he realizes his wife spent it on buying off the woman she was cheating with, so that Walter wouldn't find out. And he's like, "Fuck!" And at that point, he's against the wall. There's no options left. You know.
Yeah.
Stepping up or dying, and his whole family dying, and he starts laughing so fucking hard. He's like,
"Oh yeah, I remember that." Yeah, I remember that. I remember that scene. Yeah.
The body just like, all right, we'll do this.
It's just like go. You probably do that with a lot of situations in life, hey? Like you get to the point where you just feel like you're completely screwed. You just start laughing hysterically.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome it. Yeah. So the second breath is he, and we'll go. He. And then and then the third one, we'll do three of this. Inhale and then
So this one you're just going all out? Is that the idea?
Yeah, just letting it all come on.
Okay.
Let's do more. And then
that's good.
Yeah.
That feels really good.
Yeah. So imagine, get yourself to do that. Do it every day once, 5 breaths of each.
Okay.
But when you do it every day, no matter what you're feeling, you'll inevitably find some situation where you're upset about something or overreacting to something, and just do the laughing breath. And especially in situations that seem like impossible or seem like there's no way forward, where you feel like totally trapped. Do you do all these exercises or just that one? You might find at the end you already are aware of a solution, or two, that there's not even a problem. Actually, you imagine the whole thing. Or number 3, that's just really not a big deal, and you'll be able to move through it. So,
wow, awesome.
Yeah, so you want to get yourself to that state from whatever other state. You see what I mean? You're forging a way.
Right. And like you said, like the more you do it, the more your mind's just forging a path in it where you're getting into these states, and you're able to just bring yourself out of it right away.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that as you get better and better, and you do these more, the pathway just gets stronger and stronger to the point where you're.
So you walk through a maze, big garden or corn maze or whatever. First time through is going to be the most difficult, and then every other time as you run that maze, you're going to know it, and eventually you'll just know it's right, left. You'll never
Right.
get on the mistaken paths again. So same goes for all these body tensions. You can fall back to neutral and relaxed and breathing.
Is it best to maybe start by doing this like when you wake up first thing? You spend.
Yeah, 5 minutes on the face, 1 or 2 minutes on the shoulders, and 10 flops even is enough. You know, and they do that wrist ones when you're going to do stuff with expression, or guitar, or creativity.
Okay.
And the other ones whenever you want. But, you know, that's a nice routine. It won't take you as long as this video takes. It'll take you like half an hour at most, you know, to do all that.
Yeah.
Not having the explanations and stuff. So
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
write all these down, or have them, you know, once you do them every day for a week, you won't have to have them written down anymore. But in the beginning,
Yeah.
it's really going to change how you experience the people and situations in your life. It really makes a huge impact. It's like the unexplored territory of life. Is like these exercises give you access to that.
And I guess like you're saying, when you get into these situations, when you start to feel like these really heavy negative emotions are kind of trapping you, then the best thing to do would just be to kind of stop what you're doing, go into a quiet, private space, and just do these a little bit.
Yeah. And what'll happen is you'll automatically think of the exercise. You'll be in some situation, and suddenly you'll remember face stretches. You know, there's so many other components to this, but some of these are the backbone is just that way of handling the body, and then coming home to the body, being present in the body all the time, keeping the mind locked on this situation, not anywhere else. You know, and you do that not with cognitive force, which is impossible, but by doubting every thought. And sitting silently for some amount of time every day. And just observing the flow of thoughts, but not clinging to them, and just doubt every thought. Not take any of them seriously at all, and live from a different place.
When you're starting out meditating, that's probably a good tactic, good process where you can do it. Because I've noticed a lot of people, when they talk to me about meditations and stuff, the biggest thing is like you could sit in silence, but you can't really sit in silence. You sit down, and then already these thoughts start to hit you. And this idea of saying that you have to keep your mind silent is
that's a lot. Yeah, a lie, because that sets a person up to like need that guru or system or whatever forever. You don't need anything. You can just sit still, sit upright, sit still, and breathe, and focus on just observe the thoughts that happen. If you lose track, observe that you lost track. Nothing can possibly go wrong. You just sit there and observe whatever's happening. It can be a complete storm of thoughts. It can be no thoughts. And just listen to the sounds all around you. I made this, created this called the fake meditation. And it's basically that. You just sit, there's no timer. Sit till you're done sitting, and listen to the sounds. And then I heard, after this, I had the chance to interview Jesse Lee Peterson, and I also had learned his silent prayer. You can find it on YouTube. And I was like, damn, he came to that on his own through his experience. And I came to the same exact thing. Didn't know about each other, you know, so his instruction on the silent prayer thing is totally wonderful. It's totally amazing to go through and learn the process and then do it on your own eventually. You can use the video there. They'll teach you the same thing, just to listen and be present to anything that happens and not cling to it. Like there's a bunch of evil going on in your head. It doesn't matter. You just sit there and let it be there, and it's totally fine. All of it is fine. And then all that stuff can go away. It can lose its hold on you. Not getting a physical reaction anymore.
You're training yourself to be able to observe your thoughts without having to react to them. And then eventually your body's just you're able to even do that in real time. Probably you can go about your day, and the thoughts will come up, things will happen. You can choose whether you like, do I actually want to react to this or not? You start to get the awareness and the choice.
So you do this set of exercises, then it'll be easier to sit and meditate, and more fun in a way. And you do that at the beginning of the day and end of the day. And at the end of the day, just do the face, shoulders, and maybe the flops, and that's it.
Okay.
And then lay down or sit down for however long, breathing, just listening to the sounds. The sounds component of it is fascinating because the sounds are happening now in the present. So when you hear sounds, it's have to be from the present, meaning you're now here. You can actually hear these things that are going on. If you're lost in thought, you can just tune into the sounds around you. It'll automatically bring you back to here.
Yeah, I like that. And I know you mentioned that last time, the idea of listening to the sounds, it just brings you back to the present. It's a really simple exercise. It's an exercise that I feel like, because a lot of people, I feel like they overanalyze the idea of meditating. Like they'll talk about like, how do you meditate? I don't understand this. I can't sit in silence and all this stuff. And these are great because they're very simple and they're very basic, and it's something that anyone can do. And you can just start doing it right away. You don't have to you don't have to start getting into this kind of like almost panic mode about meditation.
Yeah, exactly. Panic mode about meditation. What is that? Yeah. It's a totally great experience to just sit still and watch what happens. Well, cool, man. This was great. This went longer than I thought, but I think it covers some great ground. I think a person could take just what we have presented here and really run with it. There's a lot of instructions, even in what we were talking about earlier, between exercises, because ways to use books, what a book is good for, what it isn't, what the limits are, how to navigate your life from the body, all this stuff is there. So.
Yeah, it's all really good information. I really appreciate you taking the time to go through this with me. Thank you so much. What we did today is just the tip of the iceberg. It gives you a good introduction. And then from there, I guess kind of going back to what you were saying before with these retreats that you do, you have these different levels, and then you have you start with something like this, and then you kind of build up to more and more advanced, I guess, exercises. And it would just it would just kind of go into a deeper sense of undoing yourself and releasing the tense muscles and stuff like that.
There's a really good 12 days of training that I put on the Facebook group. And also I have it all ready to upload to a course website and an app as well. But that's 12 days of training in the Command Z Academy of Mutant Evolution and Training on Facebook. And so if you join that group, then you click on units, and there's 12 days of a training that you can do. And at the conclusion of that, I will get on Zoom with people and explore if they're a good fit for like some of the more advanced stuff, like the 4-week intensives, and then after that, a 12-week elite training experience. And
wow. And other than that, is there anything else that we wanted to sign off with, or?
No, I think that's all. Just, make your life amazing and have a good time with it, and trust things to unfold how they need to.
Yeah.
Just enjoy this thing. It's pretty cool to be alive.
Yeah, right.
No matter what's going on.
An abundance of experiences, right? They're just waiting for you. You just got to be open for them.
Totally. Good to see you, man. So we'll talk again soon. Hope you
Sounds great, man. Thanks a lot. Talk soon. Thank you.
Take care.
All right, so that brings us to the end of this set of my Hidden Knowledge interview series. You now have a great set of tools to put in your toolbox to help you take control of life and craft it to your own choosing. I hope you guys give this a shot and see if you can make it a routine, because I've seen some great effects from these exercises, and so has Garrett and his students. If you want to dive deeper into Garrett's teachings, please check out his Facebook page. I'll leave it in the comments below. Otherwise, stay tuned. I'll be back soon for some more insights on how to crush life, some more installments from the Hidden Knowledge interview series. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll be back soon. Until then, do what makes you strong. Stop doing what makes you weak.